First of all, welcome if you're coming from the Silicon Valley or from far away. I know there are people coming from Japan as well, so thank you, David, for your long flight. So maybe many of you guys know already, but this year is exceptional for many things, for many happy things, for many sad things, right? Let's start with the happy part. So it is a coincidence, but it's 10 years for many people. So first of all, it's 10 years for Gerrit Code Review. It's 10 years for Cloudera as well. And it's 10 years for Gerrit Forge as well. So it's kind of a coincidence, but I don't know, we are becoming teenagers, all of us, yeah? That's good. It's a good age because you start, let's say, exploring stuff and you start getting more mature. And this is where Gerrit is heading to as well. Okay, so how many of you remember this commit? So 10 years ago, exactly on the 14th of November at 5 o'clock, almost the end of the day, Shawn was posting the first version of Gerrit Code Review. That was incredibly simple and small. I was super impressed how small it was. Yeah. I'll leave it to Dave Borowitz, the leader of the Gerrit project.
Yeah, so how many of you had the pleasure of meeting Shawn Pearce at some time? Great. So most people, those of you who don't, may recognize his name or his picture. Unfortunately, as you may have heard, I posted about this on the mailing list. In January, Shawn passed away from lung cancer. So this was a really sad experience for me personally, for Google, and for the Gerrit project. But we really want to carry on his legacy in the Gerrit project. For those of you who worked with Shawn know that he was an exceptional engineer. He was good at pretty much everything he set his mind to. You may not know that in addition to starting the Gerrit Code Review project, he also was a very early contributor to the Git project, responsible for some pretty core innovations in Git itself, such as Git reflog, Git, the first version of Git GUI, like the very first graphical user interface for Git, the Git Smart HTTP protocol, the Git Fast import system that allows you to convert between from different version control systems to Git. He started the JGit project, the Java implementation of Git that basically he wrote from scratch, and the eGit project, the Eclipse plugin for JGit, or Eclipse plugin for Git using JGit. He served on the board of the, I think the Software Freedom Conservancy, or at least the Git Steering Committee and the Eclipse Foundation. So he was extremely active in the Git community, the Gerrit community, and we sort of owe this entire experience to him. So I just wanted to say, take a moment to remember and thank Shawn. But the rest of this, oh yes, thank you, Luca. We should give him a round of applause. Please keep his family in your thoughts. But looking forward, I'm really excited to continue on Shawn's legacy. It is clear from events like this that Gerrit has a thriving community that will live on long after Shawn's untimely passing. And with that, I think we should look forward to the rest of the conference. Thanks.
So I wanted to explain to you, first of all, how it is organized, because I remember the first conference that I attended was the Git Together 2011. I really didn't know what was going on. The subscription system for signing up was a shared Google document where we would need to go and add your name. And then the conference was starting, and basically was more an unconference style. It was just people talking and whiteboarding. It was cool. But now we have got more people, definitely, so we put a little bit more structure and organization, but the spirit must be the same, right? So the first day, you will notice that there is a lot of space where you guys can have some snacks or some lunch, but actually the main reason is for you guys to get together and to know each other. Because as I said before, the most important part of the Gerrit is the software, but is as well the community. So the community is what makes Gerrit great and will make Gerrit even better in the future and keep on evolving all the time. So you'll see there is a lot of break networking. And this is not because we are lazy. I'm Italian, sorry. So people may think I'm lazy because of that, and I like to eat, and that's true. But it's because talking is important. Communicating is important. So we'll have, let's say, basically 3 slots for talking. And then there will be at the end one session that I remember was proposed by, I believe, Dave, you last year, by saying, why don't you just have a space where you guys ask us any questions? So for making a celebration, because whenever you've got the 10th birthday is a very important moment. As Gerrit Forge, we decided that we wanted to spend money to make you happy this evening, right? It means there will be drinks, there will be a dinner offered by us, and we'll do in the Computer History Museum that, because this is our historical moment, was the best place in looking back at history of the past 2,000 years of IT. So you guys should have received in your inbox the invitation, and you need to apply for the invitation because we've got limited seats, right? So we still have, I believe, 8 seats available. So if you haven't applied for the party tonight, please do, because you will need to have, let's say, the invitation or your Eventbrite to have access to the Computer History Museum, because that gives you access as well to the museum as well for free. So that's the map of the museum. So there will be basically 2 areas dedicated to us. So first of all, 5:30, the museum is closed. So if you don't have your invitation, they won't even allow you to come in, even with paying, because it's closing at 5. So 5:30 is going to be open just for us, for the people with the invitation. We are going to have the area that is indicated there, where we are going to have the cocktails, the food, all the stuff. And I didn't ask for it, but they put a British flag. So I would say thank you, yeah, because I'm British as well. And then all the yellow area there is going to be the Revolution exhibition. It is really cool. I saw it a few years ago. It's really amazing. So that will be time for you to enjoy the party, visit the exhibition. We'll have 2 hours, and of course, again, networking. Get in touch with other people, create links, create friendships. Then are going to help as well in the development of the community moving forward. Day 2, so you're going to start a little bit later, right? But if you come a little bit earlier than 9, so you can have a kind of early breakfast. But we'll start with breakfast, and then during breakfast, as you can see, the organization of the room is kind of half eating and half talking. Exactly Italian style, I would say, if you see The Godfather. They always had meetings while having lunch or dinner. And there will be more talks, and we will close at 4:45. With a closing note. And I know some of the people are flying on Friday, so closing at 4, it should allow more people, let's say, to reach their plane. So I created a short link to access the schedules here. So if you want to know exactly what is going to happen today and tomorrow in terms of details, it's called Goose. I liked it because it's like a goose, yeah. But GUS2018.gerritforge.com, you just put that one in your browser, you will go straight into the schedule.